good afternoon. Thank you for coming back. I hope you had a good lunch and probably had some coffee as well. I had lots of it just to keep myself awake. Good afternoon, Sean, friends, and distinguished guests. It is my privilege, and thank you very much for this opportunity to share my experience on AI in action. It means that application of AI for operational impact. And now, as we have heard from Minister, together with generative AI, how could we then harness this exciting and advanced technology to transform our security operation? As with any new technology, it comes with new vulnerability. Generative AI is no exception. And how could then this vulnerability be exploited by criminals around the world? Last month, I was in Silicon Valley and discussed with some of the tech companies and learned from them how could we begin to address this issue. How can we mitigate these challenges so that we protect our system and guard our society? I will cover 3 areas. I promise you, after lunch, it will be easy. There will be a lot of videos and less of my talking. First, AI in action. I will draw upon some example from HTX. Some of them have been mentioned by Minister Shanmugam this morning. I will further elaborate it. And at the same time, I hope that this example will give you a good sense of the tangible outcome of the operational effectiveness and as well as organizational productivity. Next, I will then move on to generative AI. I'll give you some ideas on how generative AI could transform our security operation. For that, actually, I must thank HTX because this is a result of a several OPSTAC workshop with HTX. I thank them for the idea. And to support this effort, we need many more new technology, many more new thinking and mental model. And for that, ST Engineering is pivoting our research translation platform, which we set up about 3 years ago, to bring in best-in-class R&D from the university, to bring in best-in-class startup from all over the world to support HTX and our friends. Finally, I will talk about what are the new vulnerabilities created by the generative AI, in particular, the prompt injection attack, the attack on the large language model. Large language model is the foundation, the enabler for the generative AI. And last but not least, as in the cybersecurity world, what are the new, sophisticated, and advanced persistent threats that can hide in your system for a very long time and compromise your data? Let's go to the first example. The first example of AI in action is the HTX unmanned surface vessel. You heard from Minister that Singapore has limited manpower and is confronted with a wide range of operational challenges. So to overcome this limitation and exploit the opportunity offered by AI, HTX has trialed and developed a manned surface vessel. This vessel can automate patrolling and surveillance in the busy and congested Singapore water. Next, with the successful testing of the unmanned surface vessel, there are many AI modules that are portable to other applications. So ST Engineering put all these modules together and mount it on a mast, AI mast, which we call it autonomous. And with this mast, we can mount on any vessel Whether it is local partner or overseas user, we can mount it easily because it is on a mast. And in Middle East, we tested the system with a remote controlling that stretches 400 kilometers. And even with the latency of the satellite communication, the AI solutions is able to overcome the latency and meet the stringent operational requirement. Next, we move on to a very interesting project, which is a firefighting vessel and how to use AI on that. You can see that what we want to do is the water cannon would fire on the fire spot, would target on the fire spot. And with that, you have to overcome many environmental challenges, such as the wind and the wave. And this is something that we are working on. You can imagine that to achieve this level of performance, you will need very advanced AI, very robust robotic capability, and the vessel control. And all these we have developed in ST Engineering, under one roof in ST Engineering. Next example of AI in action is video analytics. Video analytics is everywhere now. Security robot is everywhere. But to overcome Singapore's unique weather challenges, ST Engineering work with NTU, Nanyang Technological University, and A-STAR, Agency for Science and Technology, and we developed the rain, the haze, and low light condition to support all weather operation. Now, I must confess that we have not developed the snow algorithm yet. Next is HTX predictive maintenance. HTX and all of us manages complex operation. And predictive maintenance is needed to make sure that all the vessels and vehicles are serviceable when we launched. So in ST Engineering, we have leveraged on over the last 50 years of maintenance operation in supporting Singapore Armed Forces, air, land, and sea platform, and we built AI analytics. And this AI analytics is part of the integrated maintenance ops center as you have seen on the right-hand side of the screen. One example that we have applied was for the 5th generation petrol boat. The AI at this moment is able to tell you confidently the failure rate of the engine for the next 2 hours. What it means is that when you launch it, you have high confidence that the vessel will operate over the next 2 hours. This gives our user the confidence in their operational capability. Now I move on to the next topic, which is generative AI. I'll give you some example. Last year, at ST Engineering event, we have launched Agile Vision, where user can key in the text, and the AI will search for the relevant video segment for you. You can imagine that this can be very useful when an officer is doing investigation for security. With that, we have our team presented at Silicon Valley 2 weeks ago at the NVIDIA GPU Tech Conference. They are very lucky. They managed to have a photo with the pop star. Now, I meant Jensen Huang as the pop star, not Taylor Swift. Although Mark Zuckerberg said that Jensen Huang is the new pop star for the tech world. Project HoloLens is a project collaboration between HTX, ST Engineering, and Microsoft. It is a digital twin solution using mixed reality. And the generative AI will create and generate many what-if scenarios, what-if environment, so that the investigator can look at all sorts of possibility and come to a good conclusion. It can be very useful for all kinds of operational training as well, so that you can generate the scenario to train our forces. Next, we will be launching a few more products. The Agile Vision is just one way of linking the text with the video. Next, when there's a lot of video and a lot of document, we call upon Agile knowledge. Agile knowledge is a knowledge management based on LLM. It will summarize a big library of videos and documents so that to give you insight. And interestingly, one of our first customers was from Thailand authority that used it to test the power line failure, because our algorithm is able to link the writing on the documents to the defects that appear on the images. That's how it works. Next, Agile AI assistant. There are many assistants out there. For us, we hope to create this to support our security forces. In particular, it will provide timely and professional advice and inputs to the operational command, ops center, or even down to the individual operator on the ground. Lastly, Agile Edge. Agile Edge is our Edge AI solutions, so that we can actually have low power, lightweight AI, and then they can operate AI on devices. Now I move on to the last topic, which is how can we counter criminal attack on Gen AI. But before that, we need to know what are the new vulnerability. First is the prompt injection attack. The large language model takes in prompt as an input. So therefore, using prompt, you can manipulate the LLM. And you can deceive it so that it will divulge sensitive information that it was told not to divulge. Next, on the data, the training data can be hacked. Once you know the algorithm, you can hack so they become more biased, more toxic, and it can hallucinate easily. These are the weaknesses of the LLM and can be easily exploited by criminals once they catch up with us in the technology world. Finally, it's the LLM itself. You can hack the LLM. You can let it give wrong answer. And you can also ask them to give you sensitive data. There are new challenges. Some of the lessons learned I got last month from Silicon Valley, talking to some of the tech company, is that before we respond and defend, we need to know what is going on. And therefore, as a result, there are many technology solutions out there now that offer very basic first step exploratory into the defending of the generative AI. And what is that? To provide traceability, to provide explainability of what is going on in the LLM. They create dashboard that show the accuracy of the LLM, the biasness of the LLM, whether the LLM has hallucinated or the LLM became toxic. I think this is a very sensible approach to start defending. And you must know what is going on before you defend it. Next, we are launching Apex as a security suite for generative AI on top of our other cybersecurity offering. I see that this will become part of the SOC, Security Ops Center, for the generative AI. And the Apex actually is an acronym. It's an acronym from my researcher that stands for availability, integrity, privacy, and abuse blockage. These are the 4 key tenets to protect the generative AI. There are many fake videos. I'm not too sure whether you have seen this. You know, this is part of the region. The former Indonesian president has been resurrected. And he was trying to influence the recent election. Einstein is our solution. We have developed it to validate the authenticity of text, images, and video. My conclusion slides. I hope I have sort of energized you enough. I do not know what does that mean, but I'm happy to come to a close. I hope that I've given you some ideas on how AI can support our operation. Hope that you can use that and further your discussion. HDX and Exchanging have booth out there at level 3. You are more than welcome to visit us and we can discuss more. And thank you very much for your attention. And I wish you a fruitful seminar. Thank you. Thank you very much.